Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here, and today we are back with the simulations. I've heard a few people have wanted the simulations to come back, so I'm going to do it. This time it's the Champions League, just the quarterfinals. For the Champions League and Europa League, we're going to do that today. We're just basically going to set up the matches and simulate them to find out what FIFA thinks. We're not going to watch them, we're just going to purely simulate them. So it might be a very quick video. It might not, you know. So we're going to start the Champions League, and we're going to start with this match, which is Atalanta versus PSG. I'm going to give my own opinions on it. So before I simulate it, Atalanta PSG, I'm really hoping that Atalanta can win this fixture. PSG are without Mbappe, but I really feel that PSG might be a little bit too strong for Atalanta. Atalanta do score a lot of goals though. They have scored like maybe, I think that's more like 5+ goals in the last like few games and stuff, and I think they finished like third, I think, in their league or something or top 4 or something like that. It's absolutely crazy what this team is doing. So they are definitely a dark horse. So we're going to simulate it and find out what the game thinks, and then I'm going to set up another 2 matches and do it that way. This is the only way I can do it, so don't moan at me that, you know, it's not an official Champions League thing, or I updated all the squads, so, you know, it's all there, you know. So let's get into it. Let's go. Right, so we're gonna simulate it, and PSG ran away with it 4-0. Now take it with a pinch of salt that it is you know, it is FIFA 20, and the simulations are quite random. But this is what FIFA thinks. So the first match we got is PSG winning 4-0 in the quarter-final. So that's what the game thinks. You got Neymar scoring twice, Cavani scoring once, and Munich getting it on the goal sheet as well. Okay, the second match that we got in the quarterfinals is RB Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. Obviously, Atletico Madrid knocking out Liverpool in the last round. Very impressive. RB Leipzig as well. I'm fairly sure did they knock out Tottenham? I'm fairly sure. Yeah, I'm fairly sure they did. So yeah, RB Leipzig again are kind of like one of those Atalanta teams, another dark horse, but they are missing Werner, so they're gonna miss a lot of firepower up front. I feel. I think Atletico might be a bit too strong, in my own opinion. But let's see what the game thinks. Obviously, Werner wouldn't be playing, so please take that with a pinch of salt. I can't control that. I could take him out if I wanted to, but meh, whatever. Okay, so the game thinks that they would have lost 2-1. So take out Werner's goal, and that'll be 2-0. Okay, so that's what the game thinks, because Werner's not playing for RB Leipzig anymore. I'm fairly sure of it anyway. I know he's moved to Chelsea, but I'm fairly sure he actually refused to play. I'm not entirely sure. Let me just have a look. Yeah, I'm unsure about Werner. Someone had to let me know in the comments below. You can probably tell me I'm wrong or whatever, but yeah, that's what the game thinks anyway. 2-1 to Atletico. Okay, the third match we got is the biggest match, arguably the biggest match of the quarterfinals. It is FC Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. Bayern Munich look really impressive in the last few days of the Bundesliga, and against Chelsea. I know Chelsea are a little bit weaker than Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich have had a lot of time to rest. They've had informed striker Lewandowski just absolutely pounding the goals in. So it's going to be a very tough one. Barcelona very impressive against Napoli as well. My personal feeling is I think that Bayern Munich will take this tie, but let's see what the game thinks. Obviously, it's going to be a bit different to what I think probably. But let's have a look. Ooh, okay. So Barcelona taking it 3-1 against Bayern Munich. Suarez got 3 goals, so that's a hat-trick for him, and Lewandowski netted 1. So yeah, that's what the game thinks. 3-1 to Barcelona, so they advanced to the semi-finals. We've got one more game in the Champions League, and then we will move on to the Europa League. Okay, the last game in the Champions League quarter-finals, we got Manchester City versus Lyon. Man City did very well against Real Madrid, although Real Madrid on the day were poor, especially Varane. Seemed a little bit out of sorts. Manchester City, probably one of the the favourites. I'd say the favourites are obviously PSG, Man City, Barcelona and Bayern Munich, right? But Lyon, again, can show that they're a fairly decent side. They drew against Juventus, but obviously beat them on goal difference and the aggregate. Drawing against Juventus is pretty decent. I don't know what's happened to Juve, really. I mean, you would have tipped them to, like, go on and win it, but, you know, sometimes it's like that in the Champions League. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm fairly sure, in my opinion, that Man City will take this match in the quarterfinals, but you never know, do you? You never know. Let's have a look-see and see what happens in this match. Okay, so 3-1, that's believable. I think that's a believable scoreline. So what we got? Sterling scoring twice and De Bruyne netting one as well, and then Dembele netting one for Lyon as well. But that's a very believable scoreline, I think, from the game. Probably one of the most believable ones that I've had, you know. But yeah, that's what the game thinks. That's what the game thinks for the Champions League anyway. So we're going to move on to the Europa League. Okay then, we move on to the Europa League now, which has some interesting fixtures. So this took me literally like 10 minutes to set up, because instead of doing one team, I did two. But the problem is the game doesn't like to match up these sides. It just jumbles them about. You can't, like, how do you say, like, put them together manually yourself. It's like, what? This is FIFA 20. Like, I'd expect that on FIFA 7 and stuff like that, but no, of course not. But anyway, we move on. So the first match we got to simulate is Man United versus Copenhagen. Personally, I think this one in Europa League, Man United have got a really, really good chance to win this game. Based on current form and everything, they've been pretty good, to be fair. Copenhagen, I have no idea how good they are. No idea, to be honest. I mean, they could cause a shock, you know, against Man United. I mean, the whole structure of the Europa League and Champions League has changed now, because they're not two-legged ties anymore. They're only one-legged now from the quarterfinals. It changes the whole dynamic of the game. So yeah. Anyway, we'll do it and see what happens. All right, Man United versus Copenhagen. 3-0, okay, so you got Greenwood, James and Igalo getting on the score sheet. Copenhagen nothing, kind of expected, to be fair, to be honest. So Man United move on to the next round, and then this one we've got Inter versus Leverkusen. Kind of a hard one to call, because I haven't seen Leverkusen play either. Inter, on the other hand, I have seen them play. They've been doing pretty well, to be honest. They're definitely doing way better than what they used to be doing. We got like Lukaku and like Ashley Young as well. They also even Alexis Sanchez is like done well at Inter. So yeah, it's going to be a hard one to call, but let's see what the game thinks. Oh yeah, and they got Skriniar as well. He's a really good defender as well, and Martinez as well. Forgot about him, and Christian Eriksen. So I forgot about all these good players. But yeah, my personal opinion, I think Inter will take it. But let's see what the game thinks. Yeah, okay. So we got Lukaku getting on the score sheet twice. He's been pretty good in Serie A. Definitely taken to Serie A way more naturally than he did in the Premier League with United. But yeah, Inter move on to the next round. So we've got two more games, which is Wolves versus Sevilla and Shakhtar versus Basel. Okay, the third match we got on our simulation list is Sevilla versus Wolves. Wolves have done really well to get to this stage of the Europa League, and I honestly think that they have a really good outside chance of winning it. I want them to win it. You know, my personal favourites to win it, next to Inter Milan and maybe Man United, I guess. But Sevilla are veterans in this tournament, not the actual the side itself, but like the club. The club has won it so many times. So you know, you have to think that maybe they'd want to you know, try and win it again. So yeah, we're gonna simulate it and find out if Wolves can make it to the semi-finals, or will it be Sevilla. Personally, I think in this one that it's going to be Wolves, but very, very, very tight game, I think. But we'll see what happens, see what the game thinks. 1-0 to Wolves. I told you, it was a tight game. Jimenez getting on the score sheet there. So yeah, that's quite good. And we got Shakhtar and Basel as well. We got that down at the side as well. I'll go to that game in a second. But yeah, like I said, Wolves and Sevilla, close game, like I said, and yeah, we got the close game. So yeah, I think that's quite an accurate representation from the game. And then we got Basel and Shakhtar. I know I didn't simulate it, I'm sorry, but I was trying to piece the simulation together, and the problem is, like I said earlier, that when you're putting your teams in, if you do it one by one, the game freezes and I have to go out and in all the time. I had to do it 8 times. And then I tried to do it with 4 teams, but the problem is it randomly puts them together. So this combination took me 10 minutes to get. I don't know why the game couldn't put Wolves and Sevilla together. So stupid. But then if you wanted me to predict Shakhtar versus Basel, I couldn't predict it, honestly. I don't even know any of those 2 sides at all. I don't even watch Ukrainian football or Swiss football. But we got Basel winning 2-1 there. But let's just check and see if they did actually win 2-1. Oh yeah, it's got an aggregate, but there is no aggregate on this one. So the game thinks that Basel would have won 2-1. So that's quite interesting, but obviously I don't know anything about Basel or Shakhtar, so there you go. So that has been your Europa League and Champions League quarter-final simulations. FIFA 20 thinks that it's going to happen. Well, I don't know what the title of the video is, but I hope you have enjoyed it. It's a bit different from the gameplays I've been doing recently, but I wanted to get a Champions League one out. So yeah, if you want me to do this again with the semi-finals, then why not give it a like and subscribe if you're new here as well. It really help the channel out. Maybe if we get to the final, instead of doing it like this, like simulate it, we'll actually watch the game on FIFA and see what happens, like both of them, and I'll highlight it and chat through it and give my opinions on it and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, it's just a possibility. Anyway, keep it loco, and I'll see you again for the next video.